Okay, okay. Well, good afternoon, good afternoon. I'm Crimson Skies, and welcome. A little update of the whole game dev journey, I guess, right? Like learning how to like use the Unreal Blueprint system and all that good jazz and stuff like that. So I decided to, after watching hours, hours and hours of you like Unreal Engine like blueprint tutorials, I've decided to start kind of implementing what I learned and maybe see if I could start making APP2 baby. but and I'll show you my progress. It's been very difficult, actually, very frustrating. I'll be able to like work on it for like 3 4 hours, and then I get so mad because I can't solve the problem. I just take a break. I go to sleep and take a nap, or go to work, or go whatever, and then I come back. Like the next day or something, I'll work on it for another 4 hours, and it's been a very upsetting and frustrating cycle because it's like I'll be okay. I want to do this, and then it doesn't work, and I'm like, why it no work? And then I watch 2 hours of tutorial videos to try to get like that little tidbit of information that I would need. Sometimes it ends up being a total waste. I'll go to like ChatGPT. I'll take a snapshot of my blueprints and be like, ChatGPT, help. And it goes, well, I see you're retarded. If you look right there, that could be the problem. I'm like, oh, let me look. And then it ends up being the problem like 99% of the times. So ChatGPT has been really helpful for finding why things aren't working because it'll give me like a list of things that could potentially be going wrong, and I just go down the list and I see which ones it could be. But it's been quite the learning experience and journey. I'll be honest. It's a very frustrating, but I'll show you my progress. And I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with it actually. So let me hit start. Let me make sure it only does one right now because I'll show you some of the things I'm really proud of, which I never had an issue with actually, which is why I'm proud of it because I managed to set everything up properly, um, so that it never became an issue. But I lag really bad when I have two, so we're just gonna keep one. So let me launch it. I'll show you. Oh fuck! Hold up. Let me. I don't like it when it's. I don't like it when it's like that. Okay. So this is as you can see in the top right above me, it's got a ready up blue ready up button. Okay, very excited because I spent like a day trying to figure out why the widget wouldn't fucking show up. Okay, so and I watched like 8 different tutorial videos on how to do widgets, and it's like, wait a second, I did this. Why there's no show? Why you no show? Why you no show? And then eventually I did some serious jury rigging to make this happen, and I'll show you. The what I've been doing to make these things work. But um, as you can see, if I press K, it switches green and says ready. Ignore the little server ready. There was like a print string, and then if I press K, unready. Now the problem is, it said just is I don't know if you saw it, but it said begin mission. So after 5 seconds of pressing ready, it'll start the mission. All it does is drop this item, and I can press F and pick it up, right, or delete it. It just destroys the actor. My issue right now with that, and I'm probably not going to mess with that until after I actually have missions made or like a basic mission layout so that I can kind of work off of. Um, I'm probably not going to mess with this, but the issue is if I press K and I say, "Oh fuck, I don't want to do it," so I unready, right? It still starts the mission. Bam. So I need to kind of solve that problem later on, but it's not a problem right now. Okay, it's still working. You press K, fuck you. You're playing a mission, okay? uh, the other thing I wanted to make sure showed up on the UI was when you pledge to a contact. So we go to this character. I press F. It opens up the contact screen. Um, I don't think the resolution is right or something because this shouldn't be here. This shouldn't be like this. I'm gonna ignore that problem. If I press it, you can see it says server is pledged and it says pledged. If I tab out, you can see a black little icon, little square box on my UI now, which is where the contact like image would be, or whatever symbol I want to put there to say that you're pledged. Even better, another issue I had like a day and a half of trying to figure out why it wasn't working is that now if you go back to the contact and you reopen the widget, it remembers that you're pledged. And if you want to unpledge, it actually updates to the appropriate thing, because that was causing me some issues too. I didn't really understand why it wasn't updating. I got it to remember, but for some reason when I went to unpledge, it would still say pledged. So I managed to kind of get everything synced up, everything Gucci. This is what I've got so far. And I'll show you in multiplayer that it actually does individually track who's ready and who's pledged, right? So we'll get 2 players. It's going to lag, so I apologize if it freezes for a second, but let me start it up. Okay. And then we'll just play on this one so you can see both, right? So this guy, let's say he doesn't bother wanting the ready up and he just presses K. See how he turns green, but the blue stays for the other player? Very nice, very nice. So it tracks. It tracks. Like I said, the mission's gonna pop up. But let's say, he does run over and decide to be pledged. I can pledge. He has the icon pop up on his little black box, and the other player doesn't. So it's successfully tracking each individual player on who's readying up and who is pledging properly. So I'm very happy with that. Like I said, it wasn't an issue because from the very beginning, I was like, well, it's going to be multiplayer, so let me see what I need to do for multiplayer, and a bunch of tutorials just talking about making a player state for like the specific multiplayer functions you want. So for example, ready up and pledge are kind of like the individual player states I need to track. So that is what I have so far. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Like I said, it got. Oh my god, I would spend like a whole ass day trying to get the like one thing to work, and then as soon as I finally got that done, oh wait, hold up, why it no spawn? Oh no, oh no, why you no spawn? Oh poop! Wait, what if I play as this guy? What if he readies up? It spawns for him. So why does it not spawn for you? Oh, was something to figure out. Fuck. No, I thought it was working. No. Why you no do mission? Okay. Anyways, I'll have to look through and find out why that didn't go through the game mode. I think it's the game mode itself that didn't track it. I think the player state tracked it, but the game mode didn't track it. So I'll have to see what the game mode's using to conjure up whether someone readied up or not. God, that's so. I'm so upset. I just found that. No. Anyways, let me show you the extreme jury rigging I've been setting up to make this work. So we'll start with actually the BP third person game mode to see maybe what I'm utilizing to try to find out why. So it's coming from the player state. I'll figure it out later. But what I've been relying on heavily, and you can see I kind of have it so that it adds into the player array, it adds the player state, and then it goes into player ready. So now it's waiting for a player to ready. When a player readies, one thing so from what I understand, casting is bad. Casting like consumes a ton of resources. In order for me to even get this system to work, unfortunately, I have. So we'll do just one, just so I can show you how the systems are running. But you can see, it's constantly running, right? Because as soon as so I have it set so that it pulls up the player state. So when it goes through, it checks if it is or isn't, right? And then it goes through, I set a 0.2 second delay, and then it hits player ready. So not only does it continue on, right, but it bounces back simultaneously to this, and it just kind of keeps a constant cycle going, right? Which means I'm constantly running that player state like cast. Now I don't know why. I'm very upset that it didn't work. I'll have to figure out why it didn't work. But yeah, so that's how that's running. I thought it was working. I hate this. Anyways, that's what I have for the game mode so far, right? So if I pull up something like the third person character I'm using, we have the bog standard movement up here, and then down here we've got it where when I press my F key, my interact key, which is going through why I don't see it. An instance. It's going through an instance. And which is like connected to my F key, which is when pressed goes through, creates a multi-sphere trace. So this is how I'm able to interact with pretty much everything, right? Which is really nice and convenient. And then pledge to contact when I press executes on server. I don't think this actually does anything. Let me see if this actually, because I know it's tracking the player state one. I don't think it's actually tracking this. I pledge. Yeah, see, it's not doing jack shit because I have a lot of useless blueprints kind of sitting in places that I was experimenting with before, and I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. And then I would start doing other blueprints. So this is not working. This probably doesn't work either. Okay, which is the ready system. Player presses K to ready up. It flip flops this thing, and then pulls a. I don't think either of these are working either. Let me see if either of these are tracking for readying up. I press K. Oh wait, hold up. It might help if if I'm actually debugging. So we'll go back to pledge. Let me see if the pledge works. So here, press the pledge button. No, this thing's not doing shit. Okay, I figured it was an abandoned one that I need to correct. But let me see what happens if I press K. If I ready, okay, so these run through. Okay, so these are working. These actively work. They're running through the system. So I think what's happening here is when I press K, it activates the flip flop, which sets the boolean for if I'm ready or not, right? Yes or no. This, when I press K, goes into my custom function, which of course takes this boolean and runs it through there. And then these things go there. So if I go to here, it pulls up the. Okay. These are all of my. Okay. So I'm pretty sure this goes into. So I think the purpose of this one was to let the player state know if I'm ready. So it calls to this. So when I press K, it calls this, and then, funny enough, I don't think that's actually working. Yeah, it's not working. It was another abandoned project. The pledge data works. right? Pledge data. Does the pledge data work on here? Well, maybe if I tested the player state, huh? Okay, pledge data works. If we go back down to readying, let's see if what ready works. Yeah, so the ready's working. So this is what's triggering the print string to whether I'm ready or not ready right now. Okay, but now that I have the blue icon, I can probably just not have the print string anymore. If I feel confident enough to not need to know if the player states are updating or not. But it's been crazy. It's been a lot of, like, a significant amount of trial and error to try to figure things out. Let me show you my widget. So I have two, right? I've got the contact widget that pops up when you press F to the contact. All it is a button. I don't even think there is. Oh, there's a ton. So when you click on the button, it pulls up the set pledge data, does the flip-flopping for the Boolean, and then it updates the widget to whatever I set to. This is what allows it to remember upon the launch. And this refresh widget. Okay, so this is a refresh function that I made so that when I do update through pressing the button, it actually goes through this refresh widget to make sure everything is properly synced. Okay, that's what I did. That's what I did. I basically made this and I copy pasted down to here for this custom function. Oh god, like I said, it's all jury rigged. It's all fucking jury rigged because it's like, why does this not work? Well, let me try this, and then oh, this didn't work. Let me try this, and then it's well, what if I did this and this? And then it was like, wait a second, this works perfect. What if I just copy pasted this whole thing down here, made a fucking thing, and then put it in here to refresh it? Oh, it works. Like it's ridiculous. It's all so horrifically jury rigged. It's god awful. My goodness. And then for the main player, right? We have these, and then I have the code or blueprint for this. So upon construct, it activates this custom feature and it activates this custom feature, right? Which is this one down here. They're both set up very similar, and it's of course relying on BP like casting, which I've heard is once again super resource demanding, but I just don't know how to do it any other way. Okay. And then it's like, yeah, look how fucking god, it's god awful. So I pull the player state, I cast two player state, I pull the Boolean from the player state, which then dictates what the text is. And then depending on whether, once again, the Boolean, if it's a yes or no, it goes green for it's ready, and it goes blue if it's not ready, right? And once again, they do the same thing. So as soon as they get to here, they automatically go through and repeat back to this. So it's constantly updating because I don't know how to do it any other way. Okay, I learned how to do it one way, and I'm doing this one way. And it's the same concept with this. Right, I get the player state, I cast a player state, I pull out the specific Boolean for pledging, and then it goes through the repeat, so it's constantly refreshing itself to check. And then if yes, the black bar is visible. If no, the black box is not visible, because I haven't really delved too deep into that. That's probably when I start making or expanding upon the contact system. Right now, I don't care about that. I set the UI up and that's it. My next goal, well, after I fix why the other player isn't starting a mission, but the main player is, I don't understand exactly what's wrong with that one yet. But my next goal is to, I guess, figure out how to make a base mission system. It'll be like maybe 2 stages or whatever. Like I said, it's because it's something super minimal but basic, so that I can figure out what I need to do for it, and then after I get that, I'll make a kiosk right? Or just a big rectangle right now. Where if you go up and you press F on it to interact with it, it'll allow you to make your own custom missions. Okay, is kind of my next goal. So that way players can make their own missions. So in the future, when I add like the group UI that APB, we're referring to APB right now, but when when you press U and it pulls up the group tab, when you pull something up like that in my game, the bottom half is also going to be custom missions that you can choose to join or not, or if it's password protected, for like clans to do like scrims or pay players just to play against each other, uh, or do racing when I implement cars 8 years from now. you know? It's players will be able to kind of make their own stuff. Um, of course, I'll probably set it so that you can't make like progress on contacts, so you don't actually get XP playing those. You'll probably get like a quarter of the amount of money as you would if you played like official missions. But giving players the opportunity to kind of make their own missions, and then maybe in the future I'll be able to rotate out like 5 or 6 missions of the most popular ones people are playing or voting for or whatever, and then like give the creator of that mission like $5,000 every time that mission's played in like the official thing, right? Yeah, I think it'd be interesting because then we can rotate out missions and have different missions made and be like, oh wait a second, I know this guy, he made this mission, stupid stuff, right? But because one of the things I really don't like about the way Little Orbit's taking APB is that they're kind of making it very system dependent and taking away a lot of freedom and choice from the players to make a more streamlined experience. I'd rather make it where it's very community driven. Okay, so that's why. So one of the first things I'm going to set up, because I think it's going to be one of the easiest things to set up, and it's next on the list, right? I got it where I can ready up. Now I need to make it where they can get in a mission. I already have a small item, so I'll just have it where it spawns the small item, make it so I pick it up, goes in my inventory. I'll go to a drop point, and then after I complete the drop point, the mission ends, right? That's the goal. And then hopefully I can figure out how to make it where there's a kiosk that allows you to kind of customize and make missions. But that is, we'll see if I do it. We'll see. Right? I don't even know how long it's been since my video. It's been, today's the 15th, so it's been like 2 weeks. 2 weeks I've been learning to work on this and do this, and it's, like I said, very frustrating. it's been very frustrating. But I have something. I have something. There's actual progress. And I've learned a lot these 15 days. And I've managed to make a basic UI. I managed to make a contact. I managed to make players able to ready up and have your UI actively update when you do that kind of stuff. So it's actually been kind of really fun when the systems start working, but it's horrifically frustrating when it's not. And then it's like, what did I do wrong? How did I do this? And then I just scrap like the project, and then I just kind of go to something that I know works. and I need to figure out how to do like references, like how to call a reference whenever a change happens. But like I said, but yeah, it's been fun. It's fun. So we'll see when I decide to make another update. We'll see how far along I've gotten. I'm hoping to have the mission thing good to go. I'm hoping to have that kiosk that lets you make missions, but maybe I'll get distracted and be like, wait, or maybe I'll be like, oh, actually it's a little too far, maybe I need to work on this, or maybe I should do this. But that right now I think is my next goal, is to get it where when I press K it starts missions, and then make it so that players, or I guess right now, can customize missions through a kiosk. Is I think what I want to do next. But for now, it's what I've got. It's very nice, very nice, very nice. And it's like I said, I've been I've been learning a whole ton. I've been at work watching a ton of tutorials on how to do all this stuff. I've been just really, uh, yeah, it's been crazy. Very interesting, very interesting. But that's it for me. That's it for me today. Just want to give you guys an update on the dev stuff and the kind of how far I've gotten in this. I'm really actually because literally just today I figured out how to do the actually activating because it took me like a day and a half to figure out why the UI wasn't showing up, and then when I finally got it to show up, there was a bit of a I was having difficulty with updating the color in the text, but now that everything's working, uh, yeah, very nice, very nice, very nice. Anyways, that's it. That's it for me. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you get all the way to the end of the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, peace, 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 peace.